It's a bit weird to think that there are people so close to you that could do something like that.
That is reaction still on the Brussels bombings yesterday. There is a manhunt underway for another suspect. We're going to continue to follow this story, which is still developing as we speak.
And travel alerts and warnings in place from Europe to all the way across America. More on this manhunt to find the one suspected terrorist involved straight ahead.
KENS 5 Eyewitness News this morning starts now.
And good morning to you all. It is your Wednesday, March 23rd. I'm Sarah Fragani.
And I'm Barry Davis. You know, we were a little surprised spring got here, and it was down in the 30s. But now we're really starting to see a little more spring-like temperatures.
Oh, yeah. And later today, Jeremy, you said it's going to warm up quite a bit, huh?
Yeah, quite a bit more than yesterday. We're talking about temperatures in the 80s. Right now, temperatures mainly in the 50s and 60s. San Antonio starting out your Wednesday morning at 65. Rock Springs, 59. Cotulla at 65 right now, and 62 degrees for Fredericksburg. Expect a high temperature today of 82 degrees. We could see a late day shower or storm, but I'm thinking the best chance for those will hold off until tonight. Some could be a little strong too. Behind the front, bringing those storms cooler and breezy tomorrow, and a high temperature of 70 degrees. More rain in the forecast for your Easter weekend. More about that coming up a bit later in the newscast, but Stacia Wilson's here to tell us all about some traffic. Good morning, Stacia.
Good morning, Jeremy. Good morning, everyone. Taking a look at your roadways. There is still some ongoing construction going on the northbound lanes on I-35 northbound between George Beach and Splashtown. I kind of had to squint for a second to see that. And just looking outside with TransGuide, you can see that it is starting to open back up. Before, traffic was just at a standstill, and it almost looks like they're pretty much done for the morning. So we've been dealing with this kind of all week long. Also watching over here at Walsham, no issues there. Guys, back to you.
Well, once again, we're continuing to follow the issues developing in Belgium this morning. The hunt continues for at least one more suspect believed involved in the bombings.
Yeah, two of the men that you see in this photo are believed to have been suicide bombers. They've just been identified as brothers Khalid and Brahim El Bakrawi. Hundreds of police officers are still looking for a third suspect this morning. It's the man that you actually see there in the hat that you just saw in the picture. Yeah, the bombings at the airport and the subway station left at least 34 people dead, hundreds of others wounded, including some Americans. Tina Krause has the latest from London this morning.
Authorities continued searching the Brussels neighborhood of Schaerbeek overnight, looking for suspects connected to Tuesday's deadly terror attacks. One of them, seen here with two of the suspected airport attackers, is said to be on the run. Belgian prosecutors say he vanished, leaving his luggage at the scene, while the men next to him died when they detonated explosives hidden in their bags. Police raided a house in the area Tuesday and found chemicals, an explosive device containing nails, and an ISIS flag.
It's a bit weird to think that there are people so close to you that could do something like that.
Security teams locked down Brussels yesterday when ISIS terrorists set off explosions at an airport and train station. Emergency officials treated many of the wounded on the streets.
You see it in movie, but you cannot imagine when you see people yelling like they are going to die.
A memorial is now growing in the center of the city for those killed. Many mourners are reminded of the ISIS terror attacks that struck Paris just 4 months ago.
These guys are going after soft targets, right, on the near side of security. We have to push that security perimeter out. Number two, we need better intelligence.
The assault on Brussels came days after the arrest of the prime suspect in the Paris attacks. So far, authorities in Belgium have not made a direct link between the two events. Tina Krause, CBS News.
Now, Belgium's prime minister has called for at least 3 days of mourning in that country.
Texas-based American Airlines and other U.S. carriers have canceled flights in and out of Belgium through at least Thursday. Airports around the world stepping up security, including here in San Antonio. Airport spokeswoman Evelyn Bailey says they're being hyper-vigilant right now. She says security officers are usually dressed in plain clothes, and now they'll have more people on duty and more baggage checks. TSA wouldn't comment specifically on airport security.
Meanwhile, Facebook has turned on its safety check feature for those impacted by the deadly attacks in Brussels. That feature lets you check on your friends and loved ones on Facebook. It also lets you mark yourself as safe, unsafe, or not in the area. Your Facebook friends will then get an alert on their news feeds.
Voters in 3 more states have made their choice obvious for president. Donald Trump won in the winner-take-all state of Arizona. He now has 739 delegates. But Trump lost to Ted Cruz in Utah, who take that state's presidential caucuses. Bernie Sanders won in Idaho and Utah. Hillary Clinton widened her lead, though, winning Arizona. Clinton continues her tour of the West today with a speech in California.
She was shot to death trying to help an unconscious friend get away from a fight. This morning, San Antonio police say they have arrested the teenage gunman who pulled the trigger. Marvin Hurst joins us from where the shooting happened. And Marvin, this arrest happened on the victim's birthday?
Absolutely, Sarah. Sad thing to hear. Amanda Acosta would have been 18 years old if she had not been shot at a party, leaving from a party on this street.
This is a very sad case. She's very young. And instead of celebrating her birthday today, unfortunately her family members are enveloped with the sense of that they're never going to see their loved one again. But we hope that we bring them some sort of peace with the arrest of Mr. Martinez.
This is Julian Martinez after he was arrested by police at Public Safety Headquarters last night. He's accused of killing 17-year-old Amanda Acosta. Police say Martinez fought with one of her friends at a party on March 14th in the 200 block of Cavalier, knocking the guy out. Acosta and her friends tried to drive away from the drama, but police say an enraged Martinez followed and opened fire on their vehicle. He shot twice at the vehicle, according to police. Acosta was struck by one of those bullets. She was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Her family made a plea to the public, and witnesses came forward from that party with information, enough information for police to put the cuffs on 18-year-old Martinez, who says he didn't do it and doesn't know who pulled the trigger.
Hey, like I said, only God knows, man. Were you there? I was in my own car. I was there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my homies.
He's going to have to tell that to the judge. Police say the witnesses also tell them that they have knowledge of him involved in other crimes. So police are investigating those details as well. Right now, Martinez only faces a charge of murder. Reporting live, Marvin Hurst, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Marvin. They thought it was just a wreck, but when police arrived, they found a woman had been shot. This was on Dewhurst last night. When EMS tried to help the man and woman inside the truck, they found that woman had been shot in the head. Police say she was actually shot about 3 miles at a home on the north side. The man tried driving the 30-year-old woman to the hospital, but crashed. Police say he may have been drunk, and now he's behind bars. Still no word on who shot the woman or why.
It's 5:07 now, 65 degrees this morning. A little boy run over and killed inside a daycare parking lot. What the grandmother behind the wheel says happened moments before this tragic accident.
And what goes up must come down, except for this Seattle man who was up in that tree for hours.
How many times has Ellen brought you something first?
I lost track. Hold on.
Ellen has the new Bridget Jones trailer, plus Breaking Bad's Aaron Paul.
Download the #1 local news app that's keeping you informed. KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Own the detour. Own the view. Own the scenic route. The Own the Adventure sales event is happening now. Land Rover, above and beyond.
The doctors and medical professionals at Gonzaba Medical Group are committed to improving the health of families in our community. They are one of the foremost medical groups in the country, and they're right here in San Antonio. They offer medical services for the whole family, from pediatric to senior care to lab work, all in one place. Gonzaba Medical also accepts Medicare and some Medicare Advantage plans. So if you or someone you love is 65 or older, call us. We can help. Gonzaba, like family.
For you allergy sufferers, Oak is on the heavy side up to 87.60. Eyewitness News is back in just 60 seconds.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service certified asthma and allergy friendly. It's our new standard of clean. Now get 2 rooms and a hall of carpet for just $99.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
Set yourself free from the painful symptoms of chronic sinusitis. The American Sinus Institute is the largest provider of in-office balloon sinuplasty in Texas. Make an appointment today, 210-BALLOON.
In a world where average is often good enough, only Ancira Volkswagen rises above the rest.
And when you buy from Ancira, you'll get 4 passes to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Now buy the Passat S Ancira priced at just $17,988, or the Jetta S only $13,988. We're Ancira Volkswagen, just outside Loop 410 on Bandera Road.
Hey, Mr. Superhero, the kids want to ride more rides.
It's fun time.
Good morning. If you're just waking up and joining us, you're listening to Intuition by Jewel. And Sarah and I were both just saying that we did not know she sang this song. It's part of our traffic jams this morning. And just go ahead and keep sending those to us on air. Or actually, you can send it to us on Twitter at #TrafficJams. Taking a look at your traffic, everything is moving along just fine. That construction that we were seeing right along here at I-35 has cleared. It was I-35 at Splashtown, so traffic's moving along just fine there. I knew they'd get that cleared out just in time for morning rush hour. And also just looking outside, checking in at 35. This is 35 at AT&T Parkway. No issues there. And then also watching over here, 410 and Austin Highway. Looking pretty good. And Jeremy's got your forecast. Hey, Jeremy.
I thought Christina Aguilera sang that song.
In the bottle at first.
That's what it sounded like, too. I don't know. Oh, look at how big I am. There we go. 65 degrees right now. Skycam 5 is looking at downtown San Antonio. A little breezy. South winds at 14 miles per hour. Humidity creeping up a little more. And we do have a lot of moisture out there, a sign of what's to come over the next 24 hours. The view on the satellite showing all the low gray clouds. That's low cloud cover. Little break off to the west. And then you can see higher clouds well off to our northwest. That's the storm system expected to move in later today into the overnight tonight. It'll drag a cold front through with the chance for rain. Nothing on the radar right now. We are dry on first alert Doppler radar, but it won't be staying that way. The severe weather outlook, the Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk for severe storms well to our northeast, but you can see we are shaded in green here, and that means we have a marginal risk for severe storms, mainly overnight tonight. Could have large hail and damaging winds, but I'm thinking most of the storms should not become severe tonight. There's that 50% chance for showers and storms today, mainly late in the day. 82 for the high today. Cooler and breezy tomorrow behind the cold front. Mostly sunny skies and 70 degrees. And then as we head into Friday, getting closer to that weekend, sunny skies, a few clouds, and a high of 72. But look at that chilly overnight low. 42 in the morning. Barry and Sarah getting kind of chilly.
Oh, yeah, I felt it a little bit this morning, even though it's in the 60s. I can imagine then. All right, Jeremy, thank you. It is 5:12 now. Countries around the world show their solidarity with Belgium after yesterday's attacks. Tributes pour in from around the world.
Today at 9, former Spur and NBA champion Bruce Bowen stops by. Plus, it's a mealtime makeover that's sensational. And it's a boot camp to get you in the best shape of your life. Leaning sexy, today at 9.
Breaking Bad's Aaron Paul. Next, Ellen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how car buying should be. Your way. IPAC Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has turned the car buying process upside down. We're not here to sell you a car. We're here to help you buy one and do it your way. Tell us where you want to start. Skip the test drive. Even get your trade value up front. Plus, during Ram Truck Month, save $12,500 in total values on new 2016 Ram 1500 Lone Star Crew Cabs. No matter what vehicle you want. Remember, IPAC Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has it, and we sell it for less.
The Valero Texas Open is back as another star-studded PGA Tour field ascends on TPC San Antonio. Experience the excitement with friends and family while enjoying fun fan activities. After the last putt drops on Saturday, stick around and enjoy nightlife and live music presented by Taco Bell, KFC, and Kickstart from Mountain Dew. Get your tickets today on ValeroTexasOpen.com or purchase at your local H-E-B or a participating corner store. Be a part of this San Antonio tradition. The Valero Texas Open, April 21st through the 24th.
Pets with braces. It's a new orthodontic trend. Eyewitness News is back in 60 seconds.
Want to live a long and healthy life? Isn't it time to take a functional health assessment? Call us and let us evaluate your current health and help improve your overall wellness and how you feel.
Save big during the March Mayhem BOGO sale going on now at CW Floors and Lighting.
I'm Jeff Davis. Have you been hit by a company-owned vehicle? Certain company-owned vehicles are required to carry $750,000 in insurance, some up to $5 million. So if you're involved in an accident, call me at 444-4444. There's only one number to remember, 4.
Gilman Guy rule number 874.
I want to talk to the Gilman guy.
I'm the Gilman Guy.
I want that car in black today, and I'll pay this much.
Done.
Done?
Done.
Get it done at Gilman Mitsubishi today. Buy a 2016 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport ES for only $218 per month.
Gilman Guy rule number 874. Business.
Done right.
Gilman, it's the way to go.
Welcome back, 5:15. From New York City to France and Dubai, countries around the world are showing solidarity with Belgium after yesterday's attacks. Several monuments either went dark for a while last night or were lit up with the colors of Belgium and Europe. Meanwhile, President Obama has ordered all American flags in the United States be flown at half-staff through Saturday out of respect for the victims.
Yesterday's attacks are difficult for most of us to process, but think about the children. Well, we have some tips to try to keep your kids' anxiety down, help them process what's happened. Experts say you can start by taking your child's age into account. If they're younger than, say, 5, start by limiting the media exposure they're exposed to. Child psychologists say those images can stay with them. Tweens need basic facts and their questions answered. As for teens, ask them what they know, answer their questions, listen to their feelings, and no matter your child's age, reassure him or her about their safety. We're going to have more on the latest developments coming out of Belgium in the next half hour.
A grandmother is filled with grief after running over and killing a little boy at a daycare center. The 80-year-old woman named Mabel was picking up her grandchild and another child at the center in Houston. Harris County deputies say Mabel thought both children were in the car, so she started to leave. That's when the 4-year-old opened the door and fell out. Surveillance video shows Mabel trying to reach for that little boy, but she too fell out of the moving SUV.
I would prefer to have lost my own life to save that child and his parents that I'm thinking about now, to let them know I tried to save their child.
The SUV then continued to reverse in circles, eventually crashing into the building. No one inside the building was hurt. The 4-year-old was flown to the hospital, where he later died. A grand jury will now decide whether Mabel should face charges.
The mother of a 4-year-old who got a hold of her mom's gun and shot her in the back may face charges. Earlier this month, Jamie Gilt was riding in the front of her pickup when the gun she'd placed under the seat slid back and ended up in her son's hands. Well, the little boy picked it up and pulled the trigger, hitting his mom in the back. Gilt has not been arrested for the incident, but police are recommending she be charged with allowing a child access to a firearm. She could face up to 180 days in jail. Now, the state's Child Welfare Agency is also looking into it.
Well, he's become known as the Man in Tree. It sounds like the name of a movie, but it's actually not. 19 hours later, here we are. This man is still refusing to come down. The guy climbed up that 80-foot sequoia tree in downtown Seattle around 11:30 yesterday morning. Police say they've tried to negotiate with him, but he just keeps yelling, throwing branches and hurling pine cones at them. Witnesses say he climbed down halfway last night, but then went back up. People watching below say they're worried for his safety.
I had no clue what was going on, and looking up at the tree, and I was just horrified to see there was a person up there.
This has also been a headache for drivers as officials had to shut down the roads for emergency crews to get through. People who know this man say he's homeless, No word on why he climbed the tree.
Well, here's something that is coming down. A guy in the UK apparently does a lot of shopping on Amazon. A lot of people do, but this guy apparently has returned a little over 10% of the stuff he's bought, so Amazon shut down his account.
Yeah, now this is crazy because a lot of us, you know, we buy things off of Amazon, you return, and you really don't know, I guess, the policy or what you can be penalized for. But this guy ended up getting banned from Amazon because of the amount of returns he's had. He said he bought 343 items. He returned 37 out of these items. Amazon just completely shut him out of the system. He says the remaining gift card balance that he had on there.
Yeah, they didn't just shut him down. They took his gift card balance away.
Exactly. And, you know, he said he didn't try to abuse the system. He claims that his returns were justified.
But here's the thing, though. Realistically, if you're buying, whatever, 340 whatever items, you have to take 37 of them back. You might want to consider going to a brick-and-mortar store, and that way you try on whatever, and you don't have that problem.
Well,
10%'s a lot.
And here's what's interesting. So I actually did some research to see if this happens a lot, and there's quite a few complaints on there. People saying the exact same thing happened to them, especially people who do business on Amazon. I mean, I think it's normal, all right? If you're going to buy a lot, you're going to end up returning more than the usual.
More than 10% is excessive.
So,
I agree.
But
I think, though, they should honor their return policy.
I do, too. I think they need to give him his gift card money back.
Well, yeah.
That's his money, not theirs.
So warning for you. If you're going to return, think about it.
No warnings out here. Hopefully that construction on I-35 is done, or they're wrapping it up anyway.
Yeah, it's cleared out. Taking a look at your traffic, I have not seen I-35 just at a standstill so early in the morning like that in a long time. We've been dealing with that construction throughout the week, but that was the most traffic I saw at 445 so far. So just taking a look at your map, we still are seeing some red in that area, but I think that the map just hasn't caught up yet. It really is just moving along just fine along I-35 in Splashtown. Also watching over here, taking a look at Transcut, I-37 in Houston, not a lot of traffic out there. And also we're checking in as well at Fortson and Austin Highway. Looks like it's going to be, Jeremy said, a semi-nice day, right, Jeremy?
That's a good way to put it, yeah, semi-nice. We're going to have a little sunshine here and there. For the most part, mostly cloudy skies. Your weather headlines showing that we have warmer temperatures today, and it will be a bit breezy from time to time, especially this afternoon. Tonight, a cold front arrives, and that's going to give us a shot at showers and possible strong storms. Behind the front, temperatures expected to drop quite a bit for your Thursday, with highs back down to around 70. We're around 70 now, or a little bit below it. Skycam 5 showing 65 degrees. South winds are at 14 miles per hour, and that humidity bumping up there 84%. So you'll feel that as you head outside this morning. Temperatures across South Texas, most of us are in the 60s. Rock Springs the exception at 59. Fredericksburg, you're at 62, 67 in Tilden, also 67 in Pleasanton, 64 in Hondo, and Uvalde, you are at 61 degrees. Satellite and radar showing the low clouds we're socked in with right now. We do have some breaks in the clouds off to the west around the Rio Grande, but the storm system I'm talking about for tonight is still up here in the Rockies. It's an area of low pressure. It's going to swing a cold front through later today, and you can see that spin across the Rockies there, and it's going to make its way slowly toward us today, but I'm thinking the cold front really won't arrive until overnight tonight. The wind, for the most part today, will be strong and out of the south at about 10 to 20 miles per hour and some higher gusts, but as that cold front comes through, you see the wind switch back to the north. That'll bring in the cooler air for us tomorrow, also the drier air that'll help to get rid of the cloud cover and the rain. Future satellite and radar, watch the clock in the upper left. It'll start you out tonight. Notice most of us don't look too bad around 11 o'clock tonight, but the clouds and showers move in overnight. And as you head towards tomorrow morning, the morning rush at 7 o'clock, notice most of the rain is out of here. Still have some cloud cover, but further off to the west, seeing more in the way of clear sky. Then the rest of tomorrow looking good with plenty of sunshine to be found, and is going to stay that way heading into Friday too, with the next storm system expected by the end of this Easter weekend. So for today, 82 the daytime high, mostly cloudy skies, and a chance for a late day shower or thunderstorm. There are those south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, a little gustier than that as well later on today. Overnight tonight, 54 the overnight low, cloudy skies, and a 50% chance for showers and thunder. Some of those storms could be strong late in the overnight, so we'll have to keep our eyes out for that. The wind will switch around from the south to the north at 10 to 20 later on tonight. Tomorrow's high cooler, 70 degrees for your Thursday. By Friday, 72 for a high, mostly sunny skies sticking around. Saturday's not too bad to start out the weekend, but clouds will increase. And then on Sunday for your Easter Sunday, a 30% chance for showers and a high of 75. But that all clears out by the first part of next week. So that 7-day forecast, guys, temperature's not looking too bad at all.
Can't have rain on Easter Sunday, though. We have some breaking news out of Belgium this morning. We understand that police there have arrested the third suspect in the bombings yesterday.
Now, police were actually looking for this man on the right-hand side wearing the hat. The two on the left were also suspects in this. They're believed to be the suicide bombers. They're brothers. This one on the right, police have just arrested him. His name is Najim Lasharawi. They believe he's the third suspect involved in yesterday's Brussels terrorist attacks.
Yeah, we'll have more on this story as it develops, and hopefully get some more out of Belgium this morning just a little bit later on. Just in time for Easter, a story based on the real-life events of a young girl suffering from a rare disorder who found herself miraculously cured after surviving a horrible accident. Chelsea Hernandez sat down with Mega Church Bishop T.D. Jakes for the story.
Good morning. From being a pastor to writing dozens of books and bringing miraculous stories to life, Bishop T.D. Jakes tells us about his latest movie, Miracles from Heaven.
The Beam family had a little girl who was diagnosed with a condition, did not allow her to digest food of any kind properly. There was no medical cure for it. On one of her better days, she's outside playing with her siblings. They climb a tree. She falls not out of the tree. The tree was hollow. It was dead. She fell into the tree, and it took 5 hours to get her out. They were scared she was dead. At the very least, her bones would be broken up. She would be crippled for life. Instead, no bones broken, no bruising, and to top it all off, she was healed.
That's impossible. It's based on a family's real-life account in North Texas, where Bishop Jakes pastors his megachurch with more than 30,000 members.
What's most important to you in making this story stay true to the facts?
Well, you know, that right there, because the Beam family lived right down the road from me. They'd kill me if I didn't. And
all jokes aside, Bishop Jakes explains his team met with the doctors and went to the same places the Beam family went to understand the journey they went through.
I think that when people see the journey and compare it to their lives, because all of us have drama in our life in some form or another, how they work through it is so inspirational. Whether you believe in miracles or not, anytime you see somebody survive, it inspires you.
Miracles from Heaven stars Jennifer Gardner, Kylie Rogers, and Queen Latifah. It is now available in theaters nationwide. Back to you.
Going to add it to my long list of movies to watch.
That movie made, I think it was $18 million in just 5 days.
Wow.
Which is amazing.
It looks like it's a great movie.
Yeah. Time to say happy birthday to some folks. We begin with Justin this morning, who's celebrating his 14th birthday. Looks like a little cowboy, doesn't he?
That's what I was about to say. And Remington is 3 years old. Happy birthday.
I like that, Remington.
Oh, what a cutie. Look at that smile on it.
Be sure to make your loved one feel special on their birthday. You can email us their picture, their name, their age to eyewitness@kens5.com, and we'll say happy birthday.
Yeah, he just looks like he's having the time of his life in that picture.
Download the #1 local news app that's keeping you informed. KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
You gotta put those new shoes on.
It's the Ross Spring Shoe Event. The top brands for the whole family at huge savings. Like these, $25 elsewhere, but they're less than $13 at the Ross Spring Shoe Event.
Chevy truck lovers, it's your month at Freedom Chevrolet. It's Truck Month, and hundreds of new Silverados and Colorados must go. The time is now to save thousands off the MSRP on the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. Right now, get a new 2016 Silverado 1500 with $12,000 in savings. Hurry in. Truck Month won't last long. Find new roads. Find freedom at I-10 West at UTSA Boulevard. FreedomChevy.com.
It's the bedroom sale at FAMSA with a variety of styles, colors, finishes, and the best prices. And with the credit you need. Remember that you can apply for credit today and receive up to 18 months, no interest. Take home this multifunctional bunk bed that features 3 beds and stairway drawers for only $7.99. Or this exclusive and luxurious bedroom set with sliding mirror and hidden compartments for only $12.99. FAMSA, close to you.
Set yourself free. Free from the painful symptoms of chronic sinusitis.
Get help from the American Sinus Institute, the largest provider of in-office balloon sinuplasty in Texas. Our board-certified ENT physicians use the highly successful Onrubia technique, which is safe, comfortable, and minimizes your recovery time. Make an appointment today with the American Sinus Institute in San Antonio at 210 Balloon.
You gotta put those new shoes on, shoes on.
It's the Ross Spring Shoe Event. The brands and styles you love at huge savings. Like these, $30 elsewhere. At Ross, they're less than $14.
RedMcCombsToyota.com. Over 1,500 vehicles to choose from. RedMcCombsToyota.com. Over 1,500 vehicles to choose from.
Want to live a long and healthy life? Isn't it time to take a functional health assessment?
Save big during the March Mayhem BOGO sale going on now at CW Floors and Lighting.
KENS 5 Eyewitness News this morning starts now.
Good morning to you all on this Wednesday. It is March 23rd. I'm Sarah Fergani.
And I'm Barry Davis. Thanks for starting your day off with us. Jeremy Baker's in for Paul Mireles this morning. And Jeremy, a lot of people counting on you for the weekend forecast.
Well, unfortunately, I have to bring you some bad news, at least Easter Sunday. Yeah, don't shoot the messenger. Could have some rain Easter Sunday. Not a lot, though. That's the good news. Right now, we're dry. We are mild this morning, thanks to some cloud cover. Temperatures kept a little bit warmer. 59 right now for Rock Springs, San Antonio, starting out Wednesday morning at 65. Tilden, 67, Carrizo Springs at 60 degrees. Today we'll expect to see a chance for showers and storms later today, but I'm thinking the best chance overnight tonight with the cold front before that front moves through. 82 for the high today. Behind the front, mostly sunny skies return, and it will be breezy with a high of 70. A little warmer, though, as we head into Friday, and 72 with sunny skies. Like I said, some rain on the way for Easter Sunday. More on that coming up in about 10 minutes. But Stacia's here to tell us about the cars and the trucks and whatever else is on the road.
You never know what's going to be on the road. That's most definitely true. Good morning, everyone. Taking a look at your map. As you can see, everything's in green, though, so that means you're good to go this morning. Travel times are moving along just fine. And watching outside with TransGuide, checking in over here at I-10 at Frio, looking just fine over there. And then also we're watching over here at I-35 in Maine, moving along nicely. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Stacia. We're following breaking news in the Brussels attacks. We've just learned the suspected ISIS bomb maker has reportedly been arrested in Brussels. This is a picture of all three suspects in the Brussels airport yesterday. The two suicide brothers on the left, Khalid and Brahim Bakrawi. The third man in the white, Najim Leshauri, has been arrested. At least 34 people died yesterday when those explosions went off at both the Brussels airport and a subway station.
It was very loud, yes. It was not something that fell on the ground, or something like that. It was, you felt kind of shock.
Now, the Brussels airport will stay closed at least through today. ISIS has claimed responsibility for the attacks.
A Peruvian woman is the first person to be identified in the attacks. Family says 37-year-old Adelma Marina Tapia Ruiz was killed at the airport yesterday. She was there with her husband and 4-year-old twin daughters. They were not hurt in the explosions. She was catching a flight to New York, where she planned to meet her sisters.
3 American missionaries from Utah are among those who were injured. So was 37-year-old Seb Beline, who played college basketball in Michigan and played in European leagues in the past 14 years, most recently for a Belgian team. His father spoke to his son on the phone yesterday after the attacks.
Well, he saw people dying. He saw people dead and people dying. So I'm sure that will stay with him for the rest of his life.
Former NBA star Dikembe Mutombo was also in the airport when the attacks happened, but posted on Facebook that he was not hurt. As a memorial for the victims grows, Belgian officials bracing for more possible attacks. So far, there have been no credible threats against the U.S., but security is being beefed up at major transit hubs.
Presidential candidates wasted no time reacting to the Brussels attacks. This time, Ted Cruz getting the biggest backlash after saying, quote, to patrol and secure America's Muslim neighborhoods before they become radicalized.
And anywhere where there is a locus of radicalization, where there is an expanding presence of radical Islamic terrorism, we need law enforcement resources directed there, we need national security resources directed there.
Cruz then tried to clarify his statement, which didn't sit well with some folks, including Bernie Sanders, who said America is fighting a terrorist organization, not a religion.
An arrest is made in a deadly East Side shooting. Police say the gunman turned himself in. Jenny Sunigan joins us live with more on the arrest. And Jenny, how long have police been looking for this guy?
Good morning. The guy had been on the run for about a month. And then suddenly last night he turned himself into a police substation on the city's east side. Now, why don't you take a look at some video we took of the 40-year-old suspect shortly after his arrest. This is Robert Newton. Police say back in February 13th, Newton shot 36-year-old Demetric Watson. According to Newton's arrest warrant, a witness reported seeing him in an argument with the victim just before shots were fired. A second witness claimed after hearing the gunshots, she saw Newton standing over the victim with his gun in his hand. Police say she apparently recognized Newton because they grew up together. Now, the victim was rushed to SAMC, where he died a short time later. Newton was booked in the Bexar County Jail, and he is now facing a murder charge. That's the very latest. Reporting live, Jenny Suniga, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
A man is in jail this morning accused of killing a teenage girl. Police say Julian Martinez shot 17-year-old Amanda Acosta after a fight broke out at a party last week. She was sitting in a car when police say Martinez opened fire. Acosta would have turned 18 years old yesterday.
The search for a San Antonio teen who disappeared during spring break has been suspended. Justin Walker vanished from South Padre during a concert Saturday. So far, only his car has been found. Yesterday, Texas Rangers interviewed 3 people who say they were with Walker the night he vanished. They're now looking for surveillance video, hoping that will offer new clues about the teen's disappearance.
A case of road rage caught on camera right here in San Antonio. Take a look at what happened here. It was in the middle of I-10. Bree Garcia took this video and posted it on social media. Garcia says she was in the car at the time with her 6-year-old child when it all went down.
He opened up the passenger's door and he started hitting the guy in the passenger seat, just continuously hitting him. We were in traffic. We were at a standstill.
Yeah, she says the victim tried getting away, but since he was stuck between bumpers, there was just nowhere to go. Here in Texas, drivers can be fined up to $200 or get 30 days in jail for aggressive driving.
Texas executed its 5th inmate of the year last night. 33-year-old Adam Ward received a lethal injection for the 2005 shooting of a code enforcement officer in Commerce, Texas. The worker had been taking photos of junk piled outside the Ward family home. Appeals courts had recognized Ward as mentally ill.
Not guilty, that is what a former state trooper says about the charges against him in the Sandra Bland case. Brian Encina is now charged with perjury for allegedly lying about the arrest of Bland. She was found dead in her Waller County jail cell days later. Her death was ruled a suicide. Encina returns to court in May.
Our friends and neighbors in southeast Texas still struggling with all of last week's flooding. That's why Tegna TV stations across Texas are teaming up with the American Red Cross for 12 hours of giving. Tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. you can join the effort by donating to the American Red Cross by going to this website or making a phone call or simply sending a text. Donation information is right there on your screen.
I like that, 12 hours of giving. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, taking a look at your roadways. Good news for you outside. Everything is moving along just fine. And then also watching TransGuide. We're watching those roadways with our cameras. I-10 at Woodlawn, you can see no issues there. And then also checking over here at I-35 at Walzem, starting to pick up a little bit. So we're going to keep watching it for you. And Jeremy's got your forecast. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Stacia, and good morning to everyone at home as well. We're starting out the day with some cloud cover and a mild temperature of 65 degrees. Skycam 5 looking at downtown San Antonio. South winds at 14 miles per hour, a little breezy, and they'll stay that way today. That's ahead of a cold front expected to bring us some rain later today into the overnight tonight. Over the last 6 hours on the satellite, you see the dark gray. Those are low clouds sticking around, so we're not going to start out our day with much sunshine. We have a break in the clouds off to our northwest. The storm system I'm talking about is still across the Rockies. That's going to drag that cold front through tonight. You can see the radar for now is dry, but it won't be staying that way. That'll light up later today and tonight as that front moves through. The severe weather outlook, the Storm Prediction Center has an area in a slight risk well to our northeast, but we are in a marginal risk for severe storms coming in overnight tonight. Could see some with large hail and heavy downpours and strong wind. Most, though, should not become severe. So for today, 50% chance of late afternoon thunderstorms, 82 for the high. Most of the rain, I believe, will fall tonight, though. Tomorrow, behind the front, cooler and breezy with a high of 70. Plenty of sunshine coming in for your Friday and a high of 72. But we have that rain for Easter Sunday. More on that with your full forecast in about 10 minutes.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. 5:39 now. A goldfish getting a little medal on his pearly whites. This is too cute. You got to meet this fish. Now wearing braces.
And she'll soon have a new title under her belt. A new judge show. Sarah Palin shopping around.
Don't miss the most powerful episode of the season.
He's walking into a trap.
Baby girl. Criminal Minds. Then, when Americans go missing abroad, this team will rescue them.
They were having the time of their lives in Mumbai until 24 hours ago when they fell off the grid.
You need to hit the ground running. It's the new hit drama after Criminal Minds.
If another American dies, I won't be alone.
Criminal Minds Beyond Borders after Criminal Minds. New CBS tonight.
Come on, honey, let me see that smile. Oh, oh, let me see. With me, and we can spread the happiness. Yeah, spread the happiness. Oh, oh.
With ingredients like roasted hazelnuts and cocoa, the delicious taste of Nutella takes pancakes to a whole new level. Make any day a pancake day with Nutella. Spread the happy.
Forget big city prices. Shop huge truck month savings at Jim Thompson's Castroville Chevrolet. New 2016 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab All-Star. Now just $33,777. The all-new 2016 Malibu is only $179 a month. Plus, get a round of golf for 4 at the All-Station Resort and Golf Club with every purchase. Only at Jim Thompson's Castroville Chevrolet. Official sponsors of the San Antonio Spurs. Shop cbchevy.com or drive a little and save a lot. 10 minutes west of Loop 410.
People come to us because they need help, and help is what we do best.
At Villarreal and Bingham, we take a different approach. We focus on what matters to you.
Insurance companies assign you a claim number. We don't. We make you a part of our family.
We take pride in making a difference in people's lives.
At Villarreal and Bingham, we respect our clients, and we demand that others respect them as well.
Villarreal and Bingham. Call 777-HURT and don't settle for less.
People all across San Antonio are finding out they can get gas and maintenance paid with any new Hyundai at Red McCombs Hyundai Supercenter. Hurry, get gas, oil changes, and scheduled maintenance paid with nothing out of pocket. Plus, get a new 2016 Hyundai Elantra now just $249 a month. And get America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And the Hyundai Assurance at Red McCombs Hyundai Supercenter. A great place to buy a car. I-10 West at UTSA Boulevard.
By now, most of us have seen a lot of pictures of the attacks in Brussels. We're learning a little more now about this one, seen everywhere. It was taken by journalist Katavan Kardava, who was about 5 feet from the first blast. She says as soon as she realized she was alive, she called for help. She says no one came at first, so she just kept screaming and kept taking pictures. This was the first one. She made it safe, though, out of the way.
A senior European soccer official warns the ongoing terror threat could actually result in teams playing at empty stadiums. He's thinking of the upcoming Euro 2016 competition. The venue for July's final was targeted in the November terror attacks in Paris. The Belgian national team canceled today's training, but it still has a game scheduled in Brussels next week.
U.S. Airlines are waiving rebooking fees after yesterday's attacks. American, Delta, and United issued rebooking policies for passengers ticketed to fly to Brussels in the next couple of days. Additionally, some passengers whose flights were canceled could qualify for refunds. Meanwhile, AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, and Verizon are all waiving international calling and text message fees for people trying to communicate with loved ones in Brussels. That's going to last through March 31st.
A Texas family fears a death row inmate is now profiting off of their son's murder. Chris Dean was killed on Mother's Day inside the Houston Whataburger where he worked. 4 men were convicted in this deadly robbery, and now one of the men has written a book that's now being sold by Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
Somebody's getting the money from this, and the only reason they're getting money is because it's blood money from the commission of one of the worst crimes that we've had in the city of Houston.
Why make profit on a child that's mentally challenged that couldn't even help himself? I mean, it's not fair, it's not right.
Texas prison officials say there is no evidence that the inmate, Gerald Marshall, is profiting from book sales, but Dean's family says nobody should make money from murder.
A cameraman suspected of being lost at sea 11 years ago may have just been spotted in Mexico. Chelsea Hernandez has details on that story.
Good morning. Rumors that Patrick McDermott faked his own death may have some truth to them after all. According to several reports, Olivia Newton-John's missing boyfriend was spotted in Mexico. McDermott went missing in 2005 during a fishing trip. 3 years after McDermott's disappearance, the U.S. Coast Guard said he was lost at sea. Later that year, Newton-John married her second husband. Well, now a private investigator is claiming that the American cameraman is alive and doing quite well, living with a German girlfriend in a remote village of Mexico. Newton-John and McDermott had dated on and off for roughly 9 years, and at the time of his disappearance, Newton-John was in Australia at a spa retreat. She has since refused to comment about anything that may have happened to him during his time of disappearing. In studio, Chelsea Hernandez, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
The former mayor of Toronto, known for his brash and controversial behavior, has died after a battle with cancer. Rob Ford made headlines after admitting to smoking crack cocaine in 2013. Despite his confession and a video showing him drunk in public, he kept his popularity among supporters. He decided not to run for re-election in 2014 after he was diagnosed with cancer, but he did run for Toronto City Council and won by a landslide. Ford was 46 years old.
Sarah Palin is about to take the law into her own hands. The former Alaska governor going to star in a Judge Judy kind of courtroom reality show, but she doesn't have a law degree. She's signed a deal to shoot a pilot episode to sell to a network, so no word on when we might actually see this show on TV.
Well, apparently humans aren't the only ones going to extra lengths to make sure that they have a perfect smile. Animals want those pearly whites too, you know. You may remember this. We showed you this adorable dog with braces a few weeks ago. Now a smaller creature is getting in on the trend. Meet Mr. Hot Wing. The goldfish's owners took him to a vet's clinic last week after experiencing difficulty breathing and eating. He was born without a lower jawbone and had little hope of keeping his mouth open and surviving without some help. So Mr. Hot Wing was fit with a special set of braces to hold his mouth open. This contraption is made from a small slice of a credit card. The surgery cost his owners about $150.
You know, I don't mean to be cold or anything, but aren't goldfish about, you know, like $2?
You're cold, Barry.
Or they're free if you win them at like a carnival.
You go to a carnival and drop a ping pong ball.
Oh,
well,
poor thing. My goldfish never lived very long. I guess I didn't take very good care of it.
Well, you didn't get it braces. It couldn't eat.
Exactly. Should have gotten it braces. All right, guys, we have your next traffic jam.
And if I catch it coming back my way, I'm gonna serve it to you. And that ain't what you want to hear.
Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes is a good song. Thanks so much for sending us your requests. And taking a look at your roadways, you know, we had some construction really early this morning along I-35 that was causing some congestion at Splashtown, but that cleared up about an hour ago. Now everything is moving along quite nicely. As you can see, we're in green. Green means, as I always say, you're good to go. Watching outside with TransGuide, taking a look at your roadways. As you can see, I-35 at Splashtown, no issues there. And then also checking in over here at Walsham, starting to pick up a little bit. And coming up in the 6 a.m. hour, we're going to start checking those travel times for you. Meantime, Jeremy's got your forecast. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey there, Stacia. Good morning to everybody at home as well. We had plenty of sunshine yesterday, and it was a little breezy. Today, things are going to change. We'll hang on to some of that wind, but it is going to be warmer. Not a lot of cloud cover, though, ahead of a cold front. That's going to arrive tonight and bring us a shot at rain and storms. Then temperatures behind the front dropping quite a bit heading into your Thursday. Right now, Skycam 5 showing a temperature of 65 with a look of downtown San Antonio. Mostly cloudy skies. South winds at 14 miles per hour. Will be a little breezy during the day today. Humidity on the rise as well, showing us the atmosphere getting juiced up ahead of that cold front. Temperatures across the area, mainly the 60s. Carrizo Springs at 60, Tilden 67, Rock Springs in the upper 50s at 59 degrees, a temperature of 66 in Floresville. Same story in New Braunfels, a pair of 6s for you as of the 5 o'clock hour. Satellite and radar composite showing a lot of gray here, and those are low clouds that are sticking around. To our northwest, though, we have a break in the cloud cover. The storm I'm talking about is still sitting up there in the Rockies, slowly making its way down to the south and east. And you can see that spin here on the water vapor imagery. It's going to make its way down here slowly but surely during the day today. The cold front, though, shouldn't arrive until tonight. Now, the wind, they will be out of the south most of the day today. You can see those long arrows showing it's gusty, but as that front pushes through, the winds behind it will switch around to the north. That'll help to dry us out, but also cool us off heading into your Thursday. Future satellite and radar will start you out later tonight. Most of us still dry there at 11 o'clock. As we head into tonight, you can see that rain and showers moving through, and the thunderstorms too. Some could be strong overnight tonight, but they all head out by tomorrow morning, and then we'll see plenty of sunshine tomorrow and more of the same heading into your Friday and Saturday. The next chance for rain, though, comes in for Easter Sunday. So for today, 82 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Could see a late day shower or thunderstorm, winds out of the south at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Overnight tonight, a 50% chance of showers and storms, cloudy skies too, and a low temperature of 54. Your 7-day forecast shows sunshine tomorrow and Friday. 70 for the high tomorrow, Friday 72. Clouds move back in on Saturday, and unfortunately for Easter Sunday, a 30% chance for a few showers and a high of 75. But it could be worse, a 30% chance, not too bad.
Get over that. Don't know what to do with those old ties? Here's an idea. Use them to tie-dye Easter eggs.
Sure, you can try to do flooring yourself, but in the end, it all leads back to the place you should have started, Atlas Floors Carpet One. During our Don't Do It Yourself flooring sale, save up to 50% on select floors. Don't do it yourself. Leave it to the pros at Atlas Floors Carpet One. Great floors done right.
Gilman Guy rule number 49. Safety, safety, safety. Oh, there it is. The how cool do I look.
Yeah, tell me about it.
What she doesn't see is how safe buying a car from Gilman can be. Blind spot warning, rear view camera, and side curtain airbags.
How do I look, Daddy?
Safe.
Come on, Dad. We'll take it from here.
During the Honda Dream Garage Sales Event, lease a 2016 Honda CR-V for just $199 a month at Gilman Honda in San Antonio.
Gilman, it's the way to go.
Texans know tough tractors, but only Mahindra tractors are built right here in Texas. Just listen to your neighbors.
I've got over 1,000 hours on it. I highly recommend it.
Definitely, I would recommend the #1 selling tractor in the world, Mahindra.
And right now, get 0 interest for up to 84 months and a 5-year powertrain warranty. Find your dealer at TexasMahindraDealers.com. Mahindra, built in Texas for Texans.
I'm Jaime Buenteo, produce buyer for H-E-B. We work hard to find the freshest, best produce available. That's why we work with Texas growers to buy local as much as possible. Over 100 million pounds annually. In fact, we sell more produce than any other store in Texas. Grapefruit, corn, blueberries, and tons more. All grown right here in our beautiful backyard and on their way to your store within 24 hours. This is the local Texas Produce Department at H-E-B. No store does more than my H-E-B.
You want more value, more flexibility, more choices, and you want them all right now. You got it during the Nissan Now event at iPack Nissan. We turn car buying upside down so you can buy a new Nissan now the best way, your way. New 2015 Nissan Sentras, just $13,995. New 2015 Nissan Altimas, only $17,995. And with over 1,000 vehicles available, you're sure to find the right one for you. No matter what vehicle you want. Remember, iPack Nissan has it, and we sell it for less.
Sure, you can try to do flooring yourself, but in the end, it all leads back to the place you should have started, Atlas Floors Carpet One. During our Don't Do It Yourself flooring sale, save up to 50% on select floors. Don't do it yourself. Leave it to the pros at Atlas Floors Carpet One. Great floors done right.
Ignition and liftoff of the Atlas V rocket with Cygnus.
Fresh supplies started the journey towards the International Space Station last night. It blasted off from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida. Orbital ATK Cygnus capsule holds nearly 8,000 pounds of food, equipment, and scientific research for NASA. The Cygnus is scheduled to dock with the ISS on Saturday.
Folks in Austin were a little disappointed to find out this year's X Games will be the last held there. An ESPN spokesman told our sister station there ending the contract was a mutually agreed upon decision based on scheduling. The network wanted the move to early June or July or early August, where they wouldn't have to compete with several other sporting events, including the NBA playoffs.
Texas-based Six Flags will expand to Vietnam. The theme park will partner with a private Vietnamese company to build a theme park and a water park under the Six Flags and Six Flags Hurricane Harbor brands. The parks should open in the next couple of years. Our media partners at the Dallas Business Journal say that Six Flags also has parks now being developed in Dubai and China.
If you sit in it, you may think it's the worst thing in the world, but how does San Antonio's traffic hours compare with other Texas cities? According to the navigation system TomTom, Houston, followed by Austin, have the worst traffic in the state. No real surprise there. In San Antonio, the congestion level is at 18% compared with Houston's 25%. And the evening rush hour here is worse compared to the morning commute. We had the full list from TomTom, including cities around the world, on KENS5.com.
I just love, as you're reading this, we were taking a live picture at traffic right now, and there's obviously hardly any cars out on the roads at 6 in the morning, and it just makes me wish it was always like that. Unfortunately not. All right, so Easter just around the corner, and one thing that kids look forward to is hunting for Easter eggs. But did you know that you can actually dye Easter eggs with men's neckties? Tiffany Craig gives it a shot.
The video looks simple and amazing. So we try it with some curious kids.
I want that one. I want this one. Tiffany. I want this one.
We have silk neckties, rubber bands, and string.
You put this bright side and you wrap it around the egg, and then you put it in hot water for 30 minutes, and then this pattern ends up on the egg.
I have 24 eggs. We will crack a few.
And then guess who'd have to clean it up?
You.
You. No, you would have to clean it up.
It's not as easy as it looks.
So we're going to put the egg inside the tie.
I like egg.
You do?
Yeah.
The strings and rubber bands keep everything together.
So it pushes it in and it stays on there.
That's right.
You also need a layer of white cotton on top of the ties. Then pour a 1/4 cup of vinegar and 4 cups of water in a pot. Add the eggs, boil, and simmer.
30.
While waiting, we marvel at that video.
Oh yeah, those are prettier than us.
Well, ours aren't ready yet. We don't know.
When our time is up, it doesn't quite turn out as planned.
Ready?
It didn't work.
It didn't work?
After opening a few more, we have luck.
Come on. Come on. It worked. This one is the best one. Yeah.
This face might make the whole experiment worthwhile.
So the question is, guys, did it work?
Yeah. Kind of.
Check out our unique creations and theirs. It's okay. We know our video isn't quite as cool to share. Tiffany Craig, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
All right, so they look awesome, but here's the catch. Eating the eggs is actually not recommended because we still don't know what type of dye is used to color this fabric. So don't know if it's safe for you.
It's on the outside of the shell, not the inside.
Yeah,
I
but
guess the key
still,
there is
you don't know.
buy cheap ties. You can use them to dye eggs. We'll be right back.